to introduce my research. And the topic of my research is the interactions among provision of information, customers' perception, and customers' satisfaction, a study of B&B and hotel industries. And there are 5 parts of my presentation. First, background. Second, purpose of the study. Third, research question, literature review, and finally, methodology. 50% increase was shown in the number of travelers using the internet to obtain information on travel plans, car rentals, and hotel arrangements. The purpose of the study is to examine the interactions among provision of information, customers' satisfaction, and customers' perception in bed and breakfast and hotel industries. And here comes the research questions. First, could these 3 factors, PI, CP, and CS, be simultaneously interactive? Second, could CS be alternative channels of acquiring information? And here comes the hypothesis. First, PI has influence upon CP. Second, CP has influence upon CS. And before showing the literature review, I'm going to define some terms. First, definition of perception. Perceived value is defined as consumers' overall assessment of the utility of product or service based on perceptions of what is received and what is given. The perceptions of tourists and hotel managers in the hotel industry differ due to differences in expectations of quality and service. And second, definition of satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is that when customers feel the advantages of the product and service, they are willing to pay the price. Also, according to Lam and Zhang, customer satisfaction is physically achieved when the customer's needs and wants are fulfilled. And the third one is provision of information. People usually attempt to find information in their memory first. But if an internal information source does not provide sufficient information, they then go out and search for relevant information. The better the flow of information between customers and the provider, the more likely customers are to trust their preferred provider. Managers' perception of customer value is different to what customers experience as customer value. The implication for managers is that a better understanding of customers, their needs and expectations would assist in bridging the gap in perceptions of customer value. And here comes the framework of my study. In this model, there are 3 key factors in this model, namely provision of information, customer's perception, and customer's satisfaction. And today I will explain their functions, the functions of each of key factors. And I will explain how they influence and are influenced interactively. And first, start with PI. PI is not only represents the information about the lodgings, also it does not merely provide the information about service, facilities, or qualities of the lodgings, but it offers a wider range of meanings and functions. For example, it provides the information about the environment, or the transportation, or the landmarks nearby, and some special local food to travelers. So PI does not only mean the internal information, but also the external information. And now let's move to customer's perception. customer's perception is hard to evaluate objectively. Customers often they fix an idea or about the information about one place they like or dislike. And after they get to the destination, they will, nowadays people tend to make pre-traveling research on the internet before they physically get into their planned destinations. Thus, as the hypothesis, PI has influence upon customers' perception, and also customers' perception may have possibly been influenced by PI. And finally, customers' satisfaction. Customers' satisfaction. After customers get into their planned destinations, they may be satisfied or dissatisfied, and which means that customers may leave or leave the feedbacks or some messages about their self-experience about the logics. And as the hypothesis, the customer satisfaction may be another way to acquire the information about the logics. And here's the procedure of the study. First, the design of questionnaire. And second, the pre-test. And there will be about 50 participants in the pre-test. And third, conducting a formal study. And for data collection, the participants are the customers who stay at hotel or B&B in Nantou. And there will be about 500 copies of questionnaires. And it will take about 10 minutes to complete the questionnaire. And the duration for the data collection is less about 2 months. And the measurement is 5 Likert points scale. And 1 point means strongly disagree, and 5 points means strongly agree. And after conducting a formal study, here comes the distributing the questionnaire. And the instrument is the survey. And there are 5 parts of my questionnaire. First part is consumer information, and second, provision of information. Third, perception, and fourth, satisfaction. And the final part is personal information. And please have a look of my questionnaire. The first part is consumers information. And here are the multiple choice for the participants. For example, in the questionnaire, there are some questions about how they get the information about the lodgings, or how much is the room they stay. And the second part is the provision of information. And just as I mentioned, the 5 Likert point scale is employed in the questionnaire. So 1 point means strongly disagree, and 5 points means strongly agree, and the participants only have to check in the blank. And third part is the perception. And here are some examples of the perception part. For example, they think the price is okay, or they think the lodgings is clean, or the facilities is good. And the third part is the customer's satisfaction. Means that they might feel satisfied with the lodgings or dissatisfied. And the final part is the personal information, include gender, age, occupation, marriage or not, and the final one is the income. And for data analysis, Proba Alpha is employed to test the reliability of the questionnaire. And Pearson correlation is to examine the relationship among PI, CD, and CS. And finally, the descriptive analysis is to describe the personal information, for example, just as I mentioned, age, income, or occupations of the participants. And that's all my presentation. Thank you.